With climate change, people are wondering how has the weather actually changed where they live. In this video, we're going to address that question. My name is David Bergvinson with Aware, and we're going to explore Aware's World Weather Watch. So you will have in your hands the tools needed to understand weather patterns around the globe. To start with, we're going to look at precipitation to see how it's changed over the last 30 days. Areas in red are below average rainfall and areas in blue are above average rainfall. In this map, we see that parts of the western United States are much drier than normal, posing a risk to wildfires. Brazil, much of it is lower than normal rainfall. Same is true for the eastern coast of Africa and the southeast corner of China. But there are areas where the rainfall is actually above normal. One such example is Central America, the region near Tegucigalpa. We see that annual rainfall, shown here in this golden line, is normally very low during the months of April and May. But what we're seeing is about 100 millimeters above normal. And this is actually a signal for farmers to plant their crops early, because what's happening is the rainfall is actually shifted, leaving an intense dry period in July, causing a lot of crop failure and ultimately migration out of the region. And this is something that's been taking place over the last 15 years, this trend towards increased rainfall earlier in the year that's resulting in a drought later in the year. We can also look at the rainfall in the forecast the next 15 days to see how that is different from normal. And what we like to call out here is the Indonesian archipelago, which is much drier than normal. And this will have implications for rain-fed agriculture in that part of the world. Now we can do the same thing for temperature. If we look at maximum temperature around the world, we see areas in red, which are above normal, and areas in blue that are below normal. In Canada, we see it above normal temperature for March and April, while we see a colder temperature than normal for many of the European countries. This includes France, which recently experienced an intense frost that killed off much of the vineyards and will leave economic damage in its wake. And so we can also look at the forecast for temperature as well to see if this trend is continuing. And indeed, in eastern Canada, it is warmer than normal for the next 15 days. But we see across Africa, many of the countries experiencing above normal temperatures in the forecast. Same is true of India as it heads into the monsoon season. One of the important indicators we use in agriculture brings together all of these key weather variables in what we call precipitation divided by potential evapotranspiration. It's basically a ratio that looks at the level of water stress plants will be facing, especially in rain-fed agriculture situations. Any ratio below 0.8 would signify likely drought and water stress for a crop. So for the month of March and early April, we see that for Mexico, even though it's entering into spring, there's still not enough moisture to sustain rain-fed agriculture. Same is true for most of Africa, with the exception of the central zone of Africa. And India has yet to see its monsoon season really kick in, and so therefore for rain-fed agriculture, there isn't sufficient rain. Now, if this kind of information is useful to you, please do write to us for more information at beaware@aware.com or visit our website at aware.com. For those of you who would like to get started with accessing weather data and analytical tools, we invite you to go to our adapter platform at apps.aware.com to gain more information and insights around how weather is changing near you and what you can do about it. We'll be posting a video like this one every week to give you an update of how weather patterns around the world are changing.